And they all got a boyfriend, and not me. I cannot let this happen again. I have to change. I must conquer my fear. So, I went to the United States because I want to put myself in an unfamiliar environment and get rid of the fear in my mind. So since the national park, so I work part-time in Glacier National Park. And since the national park has so many beautiful views, my first breakthrough was going hiking alone. And you think it's not a big deal. But after you realize there are so many friendly bears in national park, you won't say so. I remember the first time I went hiking alone, I was so worried that I even started running. But I didn't forget my manager had told me, oh, the best way to scare a bear is yelling and clapping. So you can imagine a guy who keeps running, yelling, and clapping at the same time. Did any bear really run after me? Well, all I knew was some freaking out kids running after me. And after I tried hiking alone several times, the fear in my mind decreased a little bit. So I decided to take a further step. That was cliff jumping. Actually, it's kind of fun if you don't include the probability of hitting a rock or swimming in the cold water, which was about 0 degrees. To be honest, those were small things to me. What I feared most was the height. It's about 6 floors height. So it took me like 20 minutes to reach the edge of the cliff, and another 20 minutes for pretending to jump. So I just couldn't make it, and I turned to my American friend for help, and he said, "Stay right there, let me help you." Then he kicked me into the water. "You're welcome!" Yeah, and this jumping experience gave me huge confidence. Yeah. So I decided to take my last challenge. That was skydiving. It means jumping from an airplane at 9,000 feet. I still remember the feeling when I looked down beside the door and everything became so small, and the feeling of watching this miniature world was so fantastic. But you know what? I want to go home. And this thought suddenly reminds me that whenever I bump into a challenge, my fear will always make me escape from it. So I keep escaping every challenge I encountered. And finally, I found I was totally far from my dreams. But this time, I'm not going to run away. I want to stick to my rope. So I jumped. And when I was jumping, my whole life didn't pass through my eyes. Yeah, but I did hear a voice that if I can survive, I will never disappoint myself again. And then, boom, the parachute opened, and it was the most wonderful sound I've ever heard. In our life, we fear so many things. Fear of failure, fear of loss, fear of unknown. But you know what? According to statistics, 90% of your fear will not become reality. Then why do we allow those fears to restrict us from seizing the chances or pursuing our dreams? If I keep saying, I'm afraid, then I'm never strong. If I keep saying, I will do it tomorrow, then my tomorrow will never come. So, if you want to travel around the world, go for it. If you like a girl, ask her out. If you want to be like, who? Thank you. So, what would you do? Just masters, right, exactly. So, Remember, when the door has been opened, jump, and you will hear the sound of opening parachute. I see that. Contest here.
It's really a wonderful and marvelous and brilliant speech, right? Yeah. Do you know what's the result? What his speech contest result in the division level? Second place. No wonder, right? So I didn't see any one of you picking up your hands and writing your feedback. So I will give you some chance to do it. Okay? So how much time do I still have?
No.
Okay, so maybe later when you have time to please remember to write it down, and I will leave this table if you need it. I will pass it to Hadis or Sun, and I really hope to see you next Friday at Legacy. Thank you. Section Master.